Well, welcome back everybody, Rollo here, and welcome to JurassiCraft 2 and Jurassic Park San Diego. Now last time we finished up with the glass house and we finished that off, and we were doing the paddock, and we were talking about maybe finishing this park off in the next two episodes, and I've been working hard to do that. So, but first of all, I've been checking up on the Jurassic Park canon in terms of this one based on the Lost World, of course, Jurassic Park San Diego on the Lost World, and what other dinos are either listed in the book for Lost World, or the film itself. And there's one here called the Coryphosaurus, which was in... Yeah, the Coryphosaurus was seen alongside the Paracephalosaurus, which are behind me. So what I'm going to do is we're going to introduce them into the park because they were in the franchise. So let's go down there and bring them into the park, which would be really cool. Right, they are beautiful. These are one of the newer ones from the latest update, and you can see there's quite a bit of difference between these. And look, I have got the damage indicators mod on, which is really cool because it tells me how much power each of the dinos has. So let's bring in Coryphosaurus. Yes, look at that. They got a different head. These were running together in herds when they were being chased by the bikes and the jeeps. They were running in the same herd. So see if we can get the other one in here, would be really cool. And they run like mad. Hey, yes, we've put both in. We've got the yellow one. Look, they run really fast. Off they go. Now these have also got 65 hit base, and look at them. They got different. They're walking on all fours, and you can see that the way it's done, like the others. So that's it. We've brought in a new dino. But what have I been doing? Well, I've been messing around with World Edit, MC Edit, and trying to do the new paddock. And again, I was looking to see which dinos were in the canon. I did mention one previously, which is not in the canon, Metrocanthosaurus, but that's in the Jurassic Park 3, not Jurassic Park Lost World. So what have I been doing? Well, you can see I've made a pretty hefty pen here. I've made quite a lot of changes, which I'm going to tell you about. This walkway is still here, but I need to take out what I'll do here, I need to take out this to make the water run up to it. But you can see that this is yeah, that's it. This is going to be quite close to this paddock. So what are we going to put in the paddock? Well, I've been looking through the stuff, and I wanted to bring one more meat eater in. Now this is a new... what I've done here is cut it and brought it back up to this level. We are going to make I'm going to make a new staircase up to this one, which means you'll be able to walk across here. I'm going to have to put a high glass area in here as well, so you can't see. And I put this really strong fence that we use for the raptors in here as well. And you can see, look, I've made the paddock bigger because there used to be water here, which is now gone. That's just the struts for that, which I need to do afterwards. So I've made this big paddock here. So what do you think could go in here? Let me know. It is from the Jurassic Park Lost World book, and it is... Let's go and get one. Let's go and get one. I'm not going to put it in yet. Carnotaurus. When you all go, what? That wasn't in the film. No, it wasn't in the film. Carnotaurus. But if you have a look at the Jurassic Park canon, you will see that it's actually featured in the book of the Lost World. So yes, this is going to be the Carnotaurus Paddock, and that is going to be the Compy paddock over there. So there we go. Now in the book, they were seen at the beginning of the book when they attacked Richard Levine and killed Diego, and then they were later shown in the book at the petrol station, the abandoned petrol station as well. So I thought I wanted one more beastie dino to bring into this particular area, so I thought, yeah, we'll bring in the Carnotaurus. But you can see that I've had a bit of trouble with the trees because we've had to cut out the trees, but that's fine, because what I need to do is, before I put them in, I'm not going to put them in until afterwards, is I just need to go around, tidy up the pen, and also in fact stop them running around and getting in, and that tree can stay there. I'm quite happy with that. And just leave the gap like that. That's good. and then we'll bring the Carnotaurus in as we see, and I don't need all those around here because they can't get up there, and that's really all that matters. So there we go. So that's all quite sound. So I've got to do a bit more work, make this bridge as well, and oh yeah, that's still there, look, so I just need to get rid of that as well. That's going to be just going round. Oh, and what I'm going to do is use world edits to do that. Just get rid of it really, and then paste the bottom. So 0, there we go, and then it's just a case of filling these in, and then 98 for that, and then this is 43:7 no, 43:8 it is, yes. Whew. What was that? Actually, I never saw that. So I just need to do that. So what I'm going to do is just do the modifications, and I've just got to put that in, get rid of that, do the steps on this side. I think I've got to do sort of steps going up higher, so I've got to do a new sort of stairway going up, and then we'll be ready to put the Carnotaurus in there. That'll be quite good, and the steps this side as well, so we're quite happy with that. The other thing I'm going to do is I need to start working on this in terms of doing the landscaping inside, and I need to do some sort of hilltop area on here. So I'm going to do something with that. I'm going to try and put some rock into here, or literally just have a walkway on the top. And the other thing is that was looking at closely is, how do the people get up onto here? Well, in fact, there are entrances here, there and here, and they're literally, the entrances go inside and start walking up, so you can walk up to the top. So I plan to allow access inside both sides, and I can do the same on the other side as well there. So I shall come back once I've sorted out the paddock, and then start work on this particular arena. I've got to come up with design for the top. I wanted to, on the original design model, it was all rock. It was sort of jaggy rocks around, which is difficult to do, but there we go, we shall try it. Right, I'm going to sort this paddock out first, and then we'll come back once I've sorted this paddock out and the stairway there. Okay, welcome back. So we have done the bridge, so let's go down and show you. Well, this bridge here has got a gap between it, and you can now see into this arena on this side, and then we'll have the compies on this side. What I haven't done is just move that wall the other side as well, which is easy to do. I haven't put the fence, haven't put a compy fence up yet, so it's just a case of taking this out at the moment. In terms of, oh, in fact, did I do that? I can't remember now. Yep, that's it. So I just have to just put the usual thing back in, and I'm going to put the bridge back in just to make the waterway a bit bigger as such. 43:8, isn't it? I keep forgetting that one because you can only get that way. So I'm going to put a new fence in there because I wanted the gap between the bridges, so that's all right. And we've done the new bridge the other way. Let's just finish this off to make sure it's exactly how I want it. There we go, just finish that off. So this is a little bridge as such. I've redesigned the big bridge, 9.8, and that's done. Right, so that looks all right. Yeah, I'm going to put a new fence in for the compies. You can see I've just got a little bit here where I've got to match it up. So I've got a little bit for this little bridge just to match it up across here to make it safe for the visitors to get on it. But there'll be a high fence outside. So let's go and have a look at, I've got to finish that as well. Let's go and have a look at this. So visitors to the Carnotaurus, and what I'm going to do, guys and girls, is, and I got this idea off watching one of Smithy's videos, and a guy called Hallows Right 95 And what he did was this. So if I go Carnotaurus and I get the skull, I'll put the skull in there, and let's just get rid of that. What else I can't get? Oh, is that my Carnotaurus? Yeah, it's Carnotaurus. Leave that a minute. Let's just put that over there. So I get a skull and I get a picture. Oh no, it's not. It's a frame. This is well cool. This. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. So we can put on the pen where the visitors are. We can go like this and put the Carnotaurus skull. That is so cool. So we know it's a Carnotaurus. Yeah, that is absolutely fandabby-dozy. So thank you, Hallows Right, for giving me that idea. And I can go around then and just put the Carnotaurus in the pen, and I could put that sign every so often. So let's go and have a look at this. So Carnotaurus is obviously a beastie dino, so we've got to have that big fancy fence in there to stop anybody getting it. But again, this is not for light-hearted, because even here you're going to get up close and personal, and when you get up here you're going to start be able to see the Carnotaurus in their habitat, which I haven't finished off yet. So let me just bring this, and the same the other side. The bridge is done, both sides. Now look how I did that. I've literally done a double deck, literally lined up with the fence, put loads of fence in there. Then I've come across the next stairway, comes across above the water, and then it's all shielded off again this side, and then comes over. So it's a bit of an exhilarating exhibit. If the Carnotaurus are stomping around underneath, there'd be like, the bridge would be actually wobbling, or the bridge would be actually thumping. So we did that. We finished that down that end. All the water's in. So the only thing left is to just finish off that and bring Carnotaurus, but I'm going to do that at the end because I've been doing something else. So let's go and show you. We are really pushing on with this. I am determined that by episode 20 we will be finished. So we're getting a lot done in this episode and in episode 20. And look what's happened. The new Jurassic World gates have arrived. Well, most of you watch this. You probably watch Smithy as well, to be honest. And this is from Smithy's downloadable world. So this is not mine. And I haven't filled in the rest, but you can see what I have done. In fact, I'm going to have to go and redo that again because it's too low. What a dafty look. Well, that's too low, so I'm going to have to go back, cut that out and make it one block higher. Anyway, you get the idea. I thought I'd done it properly with MC Edit. You get the idea now that that is there. And then what I've got to do is I've got to carry on round with this particular build. So what I'm going to do is build the rocks into here. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go and redo that door, redo that gate. The one down that end by the glass house is much smaller, but I feel that that now is given a new feel to the actual build. So thank you very much, Smithy, for doing that and allowing us all to download it on your page. That's really cool. So there we go. Right, I'm going to go and sort that out and come back and then start to look at this, what I'm going to do with this this particular build, because what I want to do is start putting in the entrances and putting in some greenery at the front as well, because there's greenery. So I'll be back once I get that gate right. And in fact, what should happen is we should have the same gates here on the grand entrance to the park over here. So we have two sets of gates as we come in. Right, okay. I love the new ones. Look. Oh, it's happening again. Moving to the edge of the fence. You like hopping on these big uns. Go on, push back on. There you go. There you go. I'm going to have higher fences to stop them falling out. I think I'm going to try that on those. See if they're alright. Right, we'll be back shortly. Well, welcome back everybody, and yeah, you can see some changes which I'm going to show you how I've done this, because the actual arena outside is supposedly looking like a much more mountain cliff, which this is, So I'm going to show you how I did that in a minute, and I'm just playing around with it, but it is very dangerous. Right, I affixed the gates. This really, I don't really need this anymore. This was just a marker for the centre, and we've got that, so we take it out of the way. You can always put it back if you want to. So I fixed the gates, and then I've done the inside. So I have got, I've had a bit of trouble with they don't burn anymore, but yeah, it was burning down. It shouldn't burn anymore because I've now sealed the fire off at the back. In fact, I need to do the command to shut fire off, and so you can walk through it, and I've put the rocks, built rocks up round the back like that, both sides, and then I'm playing with the smooth brush. So I've set this smooth brush up on World Edit, and it sort of just makes it, and look, it brings the grass up as well, but I've got to be very careful because this latest layer of seats are just about there. So luckily, if I do this first, there's one there, I can do that, and if I can get it right, but it is quite difficult. I've got to turn it this way now. Let's try it this way and see if I can do that. It's good that we're bringing up the green grass. In fact, yeah, like that. And so I'm just sort of doing this as best I can without wrecking the joint as such, and then I can just bring this in. So got to be very careful. See how close to the seats I am, but I just want it to make it look like cliffs, and as you can see, that's doing that. So what I'm going to do, and I could add to it, what I could do is add some green. I could actually add some more greeny around. So if I change this one, let me just change this to sphere 2, let's try 2. 2, just sphere 2, and do that. Yes, there we go. I can put some grass around the base here to make it a bit more hilly, and then what we're going to do is once it's designed, bring that back. I can just do that, see, in fact bring it back up to make it look like more a mountain, which it does in the picture, but I've got to be very careful. There we go, because what I want to do is I'm going to dig that out and make it literally as per, make it a entrance way, so I've got to be careful. But now I've got this, which is really cool, I can just add this in and then play around to make it a bit more like that, so it looks like it's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like a rocky outcrop, and when I do the outside fence or wall around outside, the same thing, I'll be able to do the same thing and just bring it in, just sort of make it a bit more, and there you go. See, got to be very careful how that is, but that was the whole point of this. And we've got some green cliffs as well, so we've got to be very careful, but that is exactly what I was. So I'm going to go around and do the other bits carefully, because like this here, just got to be very careful, but that's fine as it is. Just come around here. What I need to be doing is come in a bit closer, and then I can do this. See, I've got to be very careful what I do, so I might have to just come in and watch the trees, because I don't want to come anywhere near the trees, because that's not going to work. There we go, that's alright. So I'll make it a bit more. Come in here, I've got to be very careful again as I do. There we go. So I just don't want to get the trees down here. There's a piece of tree that come down. So what I'll do is come around here. I'm going to do a bit more, and then I shall come and show you what I've done. That's better. That's better. Just make it a bit more so the dinos can't get up. That's the one thing I don't want. Don't want the T-Rexes going up here, do we? But it now makes it as it was originally intended. Let me just see if I can get here. Down there. Yes, there we go. See? So it's just bring it round. There we go. Makes it more like a cliff, and then I can put the seating in quite happily. There we go. It's supposed to be quite rugged, so we're alright, we're getting there. Just need to, there we go, like that. And in fact this would be handy just to have, yeah, like that, and make sure we don't break that. Right, okay, that's how it's supposed to be, apart from that bit at the top, which I might have to design. So I'll come back once I have finished this off. Starting to look what I originally envisaged and how the map was, and I can keep doing this. Look at that. And I can start adding some trees, but then I can cut out the area. So I'll finish off doing this all the way around, and I want to do the inside as well, make it a bit more like this, make it a bit more spectacular, and then I shall come back. Well, welcome back everybody. I've spent quite a bit of time doing this, so let's show you around both inside and out. Haven't put any trees up yet, or haven't created the access, but you can now see that we have got sort of a volcanic like. So when you came into here, so we go down here, it would actually look quite impressive when you came in terms of the like rock formation. And I've got it. I might do a couple of bits more, but I'm quite happy with it now. I don't need to go sort of too far, but I'm quite making some peaks now as such, and I just sort of yeah, that's what I'm going to do, just make a few peaks on it. And on the inside, what I've done now is, because and this is how it was, the auditorium inside as such, the idea is that you can sit but you can't climb out, so the actual behind you all the way around the top layers are like rock faces, so you can't get out. So that's what I've done. I just need to do a bit more, but I'm quite happy with that now in terms of what I've done. I've done it all the way around. It's looking like much like I originally envisaged when we started it 20 episodes ago, in that at the time I wasn't so sure how I was going to make it like a proper mountain as it was in the concept art, but I think I've just about got there, as you can see, so I'm quite happy with it. I might just do some more alterations before next time. Anyway, you can see that because I've been coming in and out of the world, the big dinos have glitched again. This is basically, at the moment, this is how JurassiCraft will do with the big dinos. Little ones tend to stay in there, like the Velociraptors and the Dilophosaurus. Quite happy over there, as you can see. So one last thing here today before we go and put the Carnotaurus in, which I promised a long time ago, is that the idea now would be to actually sort of do what I was going to do over here, which is put some rocks in all the way around and start making it a proper sort of area like I have now. But what I want to do is mix it up. What I've got to make sure is none of the dinos can actually climb out, so I've got to be very careful with that, but at least I can make it a bit more mountain like rather than that sort of area I did previously. But I'm quite happy now because I can just fill this in, and then I can come back and put some more grass in as well. And this is now, you can see now, just make it properly like it was in the concept art, which I'm quite happy about now. But when we started this, I didn't know about the brush technique with the world edit, and it's just to practice with it, and like I'm doing now, and then using the smooth tool to start smoothing it off. And what I do need to do is make some cliffs, which is quite easy to do because all I have to do is sort of come around here at the end to do that, and that's smoothing it off. I don't want to wreck those gates because I did those, but again, just smooth that off round here like so, to make it much more natural looking, which is what it should do. But what I'll need to do is make sure there is a wall at the bottom to stop the dinos coming up. So that is much better now. I just need to sort of change the brush. So if I go to that brush there and change it from 1 to 2, I think this is the right one. Let's just see. Aha, there we go. See, so we can now put some grass in there, and then what I can do is use the smooth again to make it a bit more, again, natural, as you can see there. Yeah, there we go. And then I can start next episode, the final episode, we can put some trees in to finish it off. So that's far more natural. I need to go around and check that you can't climb out, so, and also fill some holes in on the stands But that really is the way it is. On the artist impression, or the probably the model, is this was much more stone over here, but hey, I didn't need to do that, so quite happy, and you can see that. Right, so let's finish off by bringing in the Carnotaurus. That was what we did, remember, right at the start of this episode. Carnotaurus over here with this paddock. So we've got absolute tons done today, and that's yeah. So the trouble is when you start these things, I played this for an hour and you start messing about, but I just want it to be looking like a rock face, and then I'll do the entrance, cut the entrance in, which will be quite cool in the final episode of this particular one. Then we can upload it ready for you guys and girls for Christmas. Right, so if you remember rightly, we started putting these signs up, Carnotaurus signs, and they're still there. And what I might do is, I might have to put something else on, but there we go. So let's go and bring in some Carnotaurus. Oh, I didn't put some trees in. We'll come back and do that next episode, because I want to get the Carnotaurus. So let's put them over here where the visitor area is, because we want them over here. Right, let's see, Carnotaurus. Now, I remember doing these previously, so let's have a look. I think I've got it actually in here. I have Carnotaurus. There we go. Right, okay. Here you are, guys. Your first Carnotaurus is here. Oh yes, look at that. Now this is, yeah, this is, hey, 65, a medium size. This is actually just about right, this size of this pen as such. Hello, you're the one with the pink chest. Hey, there's the other one. They are gorgeous. Look at the detail, absolutely fantastic. Look at these, all the pointed scales I call them on here. So let's just put a couple of little ones in. Haha. Hey, we got one of each. Oh, careful. Oh, wow, look at them run. I like that. So let's go and put we'll put a couple more over here, because it's a big paddock, so we can have a few more. And when we come back next time, hello, let's see. Hey, that's a lucky in it. So we can, in fact, what I can do is, because I'm running, so what I can do is put, this is dead easy, put like an area here. We'll just have grassy banks in this particular one. Yeah, we'll have this hill here. In fact, then I can use the smooth tool just to make it all smooth around here for them, and that means they can climb on it. That's what I want them to do. Hey, look. Oh, good. I love these. I love Carnotaurus. Hey, look at that, climbing up on it. Whoa. So we could just add a bit more over. We could put another one over here actually. Just do a bit of a, oh, that's not what was supposed to happen, but hey. Oh, no, I didn't want that to happen. Let's just get this right. That's better. I just sort of messed that up a bit, but you can compensate, as you can see here. Bring it all the way around, and we're quite happy. Just keep putting that cross. Aha, there, we know that's going to happen. That's a bit of a, that's not right. Didn't I tell you what I can do with that? So just change the sphere to 0. There we go. And basically we can get rid of it. In fact, that's what I can do. The tree's a bit smaller. There we go. That's a pity, that's a pity, but that's alright, because the tree's alright. So we just make sure that, there we go, and then we can use that to build some more back in. So that's alright, yeah, that's alright. We'll put a bit of a high bit here, get rid of that anyway, look. And we sort of got a nice bush there. You seem to be happy. Aren't they gorgeous? Carnotaurus. Look at the beautiful eyes. I love the eyes. Yeah, do you want to escape? Not today. That is just right. That's just right. Quite happy with that. So there we go, guys and girls. That's the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed that and all the new stuff we're doing. And the park is really coming to the end. I'm very happy with it and how it's turned out. I think that it's taken 20 episodes to build. But I've now got to do sort of the refining touches. Next episode I'm going to try and put some signs on each of the pens. Also put like a shop area here with some trees, and put some more trees over there. So that's what I'll do for next time. Oh, the other thing we haven't done yet, is create, there's one of those in the water. I haven't created the fence around the outside yet, so it should be like that but much smaller, but I haven't really decided to do that. I might just do it as if I put this in, you know, like just, and bring it in like all the way along, and then just, oh no, that wasn't supposed to do that, was it? Because I should have done brush sphere. Oh no, that should have been smooth. That's better. There we go. So, and bring that in, but yeah, I haven't decided whether to do that or just leave the park as it is for now. I like the fact that the park had this centre attraction, but yeah, there we go. Right, guys and girls, that is it. Muttering away. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please sub, and please share. And we will be finishing off the park in episode 20, ready for upload for Christmas. So there you go. Thank you very much indeed, and bye bye for now.